Former President Donald Trump says that he will turn himself over to authorities in Georgia on Thursday.
He agreed to a $200,000 bond after being indicted on charges stemming from his efforts to stay in office in the wake of the 2020 election. MSNBC anchor Katie Phang joins us now from Atlanta. Katie, good to have you today. So Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis, she set a Friday deadline, this Friday, for the 19 defendants to surrender voluntarily. So bring us up to speed here. Who has turned themselves in so far, and really, what is the plan for Mr. Trump on Thursday?
So of the 19 defendants, only 2 have surrendered thus far. That would be Scott Hall, a Georgia bail bondsman who was actually involved in the election equipment breach in Coffee County, and more notably, John Eastman, the architect of January 6th, the lawyer who provided Trump and his allies the roadmap that was used by the fake electors in several states. Each of them entered into something called a consent bond order yesterday, meaning they negotiated the terms of the amount of their bonds as well as any special conditions with the DA's office. It was also signed off by the trial court judge. They entered into the facility, being the Rice Street jail. We did confirm with John Eastman's attorney that he was fingerprinted. His mugshot was taken. Now, in Georgia, in order to get a copy of a mugshot, a public records request has to be made. It doesn't automatically get posted to a website. But we do have some confirmation, obviously, from Donald Trump that he's going to surrender himself on Thursday. But we expect the trickling in to occur at a more rapid speed starting today.
Well, Katie, as part of the bond agreement, the former president is not allowed to even communicate with any of those 18 co-defendants you just mentioned unless his attorney is in fact present. So what are some of the other terms, for example, that the former president agreed to? I mean, are they ultimately very enforceable?
Yeah, not only are they enforceable, but I'm glad that you guys asked about it, because in prior arraignments and in prior bond situations, Donald Trump was subjected to what the court imposed on him. In this situation, when you have something with a consent bond order, these are negotiated terms. Think of it, as you will, as a contract. He's agreed to specific terms, meaning he is fully aware that if he breaches these terms, he could have his bond revoked. One very quick note, one of these special conditions for Donald Trump is almost tantamount to a gag order. He has acknowledged that he is not allowed to attempt to intimidate or threaten witnesses, co-defendants, the community, quote unquote, but he cannot post or repost social media that could constitute threats and intimidation. And so he's got to be very careful about what he puts out for consumption in social media.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.